I'm Zayna Allen, and welcome back to Bold Life. I hope you all had a great week. It seems as though the weather is getting hotter, the days are getting longer, and my desire to go outside and not social distance is getting stronger, but I'm pushing through, and so are you, and that's all that matters. We have a great show for you. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment section below. We want to know what you think. Now, ever since the movie Hustlers came out, I personally feel as though there has been a light shed on the adult entertainment community, and quite frankly, I love it. I love it. Well, STARZ debuted their highly anticipated hour-long drama series, P-Valley, on July 12th. The series focuses on a strip club in the Mississippi Delta and follows a group of women working in the club. Here with me today, we have Skyler Joy, who plays Gidget. Welcome, Skyler. Hey, so, Skyler, let's just get right into it. Your character, Gidget, now she loves the art of pole dancing and considers it an Olympic-worthy sport. With that being said, I assume you had to go through some training to learn some pole tricks. Now, how was that?
Yeah, I really did. I don't know if you've ever done the pole, but it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to lift your whole body up. I was lucky before I got the role, I had been taking, pole fitness classes before that. So when I got the role, I was like, okay, it's game time. And I actually wanted to learn a lot of these tricks anyway. But we had 4-hour, 5-hour rehearsals of dance rehearsals every day. And it was intense, but it was also a lot of fun.
Wow, 4 to 5 hours seems like such a long time, especially I've done, pole workouts or whatever. I've done it, and I usually only do it, the classes are an hour, and I'm tired after that. 4 to 5 hours seems like such a long time. Were you worn out?
Yeah, we would come home with bruises on our arms and our legs and calluses all over our hands from the pole. Yeah, I would have to take Epsom bath salt or baths every night. It was definitely an intense thing for my body to go through, but I actually felt like I got used to it by the end of episode 8, and I was a lot stronger.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Now, I think that the reality of working in a strip club has been coming to light a lot recently, and I love that you're a part of that movement. Now, you have been in a show that depicts that lifestyle, right? How important do you think it is to have these stories shown to the world?
I think it's so important. I think that what people really need to realize is that everybody does deserve to have their story told. Everybody came from somewhere, and I think that in the show there's a lot of relatable aspects in every character to everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Now, what has your work as Gidget taught you personally?
Oh my gosh. Gidget has taught me so much. But I think that the thing that I learned the most while being able to play a character like this was when I was younger, I kind of always struggled with the shame around feeling sexy. I just felt like it wasn't okay. And when I got to play Gidget, it was very therapeutic for me. And, it is okay to feel sexy, and it's okay to, wear outfits and be sexy. And I think that walking away from this experience, I've really been able to take that, if anything, and a lot of other things.
Yeah. I think that there is this plague, I guess you can say, of, this society not wanting women to own their sexuality. And I love that, like I said before, and like I was saying to you before we got on online, that I love that this has been, a movement that people are really shining light on what it's like to be an adult entertainment performer, or whatever you do in adult entertainment. It's not just, willy-nilly. It's not just, just whatever you want to do. You make it's hard work. It's still a job at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I think that this show, a lot of people have been looking at it and just judging it before they even go and see it, and just think that it's just showing, stripping in this glamorous way. But this show really is showing these women's lives in such an authentic, grounded way that when people watch it, they'll understand why this show is so good.
Yes. Now, Skyler, I'm sure you've learned a thing or two about the basics of the art of pole dancing. So we here at Bold are going to test your knowledge with a little game called Name That Item. All right. Now, on the screen, you will see a picture, not yet, and you will have 5 seconds to name that item.
Man.
Are you ready?
I think so. I'm nervous now, but I think I'm good.
All right. Now, let's have the first one up. First, please name the type of pole trick this is. There are several variations of this name. You have 5 seconds.
I mean, I felt like everybody called moves different names. I would say that's like close to it. It's an invert.
So that particular one it can be called the Iron X or a handspring.
Oh.
I will give you a half point on that one. We'll get a half point on that one.
We didn't even learn the pole trick moves. They were just like, can you do this?
All right, let's do the next one. Now, what is the name of the brand of shoes that most dancers wear?
What?
If you wore these shoes, you got to look at the sole of the bottom, the sole of it. 5, 4.
Oh
3,
my gosh, I want to cuss so bad. But
2.
All
right, so no points. That is called the Pleaser shoe. It's the brand is called Pleaser or Pleasers, something like that. All right, next one. You ready?
Okay.
Another pole trick. What is the name of this one?
Superman.
You got it! Good job! Good job. All right, this is the last one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Generally, what are these types of products called?
Oh, those are for your hands when you go on the pole. They're chalk. Dry hands is what we use. The grip.
Okay, I'll give you a point. People generally call them pole grip items. So I'll give you that. So you've gotten 2.5 out of 4 right. I think you did a good job.
Okay, I tried.
You did good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Skyler.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah. Have you heard of the group Blackstreet? Or maybe their hit song, No Diggity, I like the way you work it. No diggity. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you guys don't know. Maybe you heard of a subgenre of hip-hop music called New Jack Swing. If you haven't heard any of that, I'm sure you've been seeing the Instagram Live versus battles produced by Swizz Beatz and Timbaland. Our next guest had an iconic versus battle, and it's called The King of New Jack Swing. He created the group Blackstreet as well as worked on albums with Michael Jackson and other big names. Please enjoy my chat with the great Teddy Riley.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm awesome. I feel like I'm too hype right now. Like your vibes are so like calm. Let me get calm.
Well, no, you stay the way you are.
I'm gonna be weird. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome. So, I'm so excited to be talking to you. You have not only been a legendary icon in the hip hop and R&B community, but lately, you've been making a couple headlines. You had the Versus battle, which I tuned into and I enjoyed so much. I think that you were able to bring a lot to our culture. How do you feel that battle itself was, something important that we needed, especially during these times?
Well, during these times, you really can't say, we can only rely on the Most High of where we're going. So until we get there, I just always believe in keeping the family as the man. We are the men of our families, meaning, all of our ladies and our kids and our children out there. So I always believe in keeping the family encouraged, keeping the hope alive. And that's what it did for everyone, from the verses to the Blackstreet concerts and just keeping everyone entertained. And of course, it's not for any agenda or, it was just basically to keep everyone going, because these are crazy times, and for us, period. But at the same time, it's a moment where we have to keep everybody, just encouraged. So that's how I feel, just being the man of the family.
Yes, absolutely. So, being such a prominent figure in hip hop and in R&B, how do you feel that your legacy has grown from when you started to now?
Well, I can only say it's just been smooth, and you have your bumpy roads, but with those bumpy roads, God wouldn't put you through anything if He didn't think you would make it. That we are perfectly imperfect, and we're so driven and determined. So I just know that I rely on him. I rely on him, and just let him have his way. Because, when we have our way, we're fleshfully thinking, we're physically operating instead of operating on our spirits. So that's what I've been doing, is operating on the spirit and let him just, his spirit speak to me on what's next for me. Where am I going from here? The people that are now coming into the circle or just coming, I'm meeting. It just feels like a beautiful thing. Sometimes it feels surreal, like I'm here or I'm not here, because meeting, just great people and just seeing another world and the transition of the world changing.
Absolutely. And speaking of transitioning and changing, you've seen the hip hop and R&B community grow and evolve. And do you see if there has been any difference I know you recently spoke to Spectrum, and I was reading your article. You were basically saying that, the Blacks in the music industry don't get a fair share. Do you feel that we don't get enough in the music industry? We don't get enough representation, that there's too much going on? Like, what is your opinion on that?
I just feel like it's not the way it used to be, where there were many groups, many artists out there. There wasn't anybody stepping on anyone's toes. And now today, it's less artists and everybody's stepping on each other's toes. The music is sounding, the same. And now it's time for transition and bringing substance back. And I see that the new artists, are trying to do that. So it's not like we're coming in, bringing back the classics. We're just trying to figure out where we pass the torch. Who do we give it to? It's the legacy, so, and we need to create new legends. We got to save our next generation. And we take that responsibility. I know I do.
So do you feel that there may be a disconnect in the different generations of hip hop, and the way that they need to, relate to each other, grow with each other? You feel like there might be a disconnect with that?
Yeah, I think so. And I think, I feel like there's no real unity. Everybody's in their own clique. And that's the way it's been. It's been more of a battle of who's got the hottest record, the most money, and, different things like that, more or less than what's our purpose. And we thought about that when we were young, that where are we going from here? And we watched our legends. I watched Quincy Jones, I watched Barry Gordy, I watched, a lot of the people, and, the moves that they make, it taught me where I need to go from here. And the moves, I'm a chess player, so I play chess, and not checkers, because I'm not about just jumping. I'm about taking the time of climbing a ladder that is getting me to the life that, God had for me. So there is a disconnect, because I know that new artists today is not really thinking about that. I mean, you could tell in the actions of new artists, everybody have their own agenda. So.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. And I will say, though, that with, and going back to the versus battles that have been going on, I think that brought about a lot of unity, not just yours, but just everybody's separate versus battles that have been going on and the ones that are coming up. I think all of those brought about a lot of unity and brought the hip hop community together. And more specifically, the Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott versus, I don't know if you watched that one. That one really had me like, I felt that we were really a family. I felt like I was at the cookout, with everybody. So I feel like these verses have been able to bring about a sense of community in our hip hop community. So, we saw a little bit of the relationship you have with Babyface there. And I know you're talking about, the unity of the R&B community. In the past, you know, in the 90s and the early 2000s, what was that community like? What were you all like when you guys were all pretty much trying to get up there and try to stay relevant, be relevant and stay relevant?
Well, for us, you know, coming from inner city families and coming from where we came from, you know, we learned to appreciate each other. Back then, we toured together. There was no competition, and if there was, it was just very friendly, you know. And everyone really fellowship, you know, and it's not really, yeah, it took, like with verses, yes, we definitely we fellowship, but why did it take this time, you know, with the verses for us to have that unity, you know, as a community? Because it's not just blacks, it's blacks, whites, it's, you know, we all should have the unity, excuse me, because we're facing the same thing, you know, but it shouldn't take this. I know this now makes the transition, and I hope the transition happen for us to have that unity. And I just long for it. You know, we all long for it. I'm sure you have. And, you know, with all the stuff that's going on with the police brutality and all of that stuff, it's really the other side is trying to still divide us. And we're now starting to wake up to know that, you know, and knowing that we have to come together in order to fight off the brutality and what's going on. And if we don't do this in numbers, we're going to lose again, and it's going to divide us. And that's what they want. So what I pray for is us having that unity, us coming together. Doesn't matter, musically, in films, through a book, through just anything that we can, a picnic, you know, going to the movies, or everybody's bowling, or whatever we could do together. Let's do it together. Let's have a different way of life and perspective as we're entering this new transition.
So how do you feel that music might be able to be a catalyst for that type of change that you're looking for, or the you know, what you're speaking about? That music, I think, can be something that brings people together. That's just my personal opinion. So what do you think that that music can do when it comes to bringing our people together?
It can definitely save us. It can definitely detour our minds, you know, in a different direction. And that's what we're about, you know. The perfect example would be when Michael did, you know, Heal the World. He was telling us a long time ago that they don't really care about us. You know what I'm saying? All in his messages. And you know, I'm just gonna say it like this. It really, I would say, it made them happy, because he was warning us. And when he warned us, you know, I feel like devilish stuff have happened. You know what I'm saying? And we had all the answers. We had them in the music, the films. You know, films are subliminally true. You know, or can give you a reference of what's gonna happen. All you have to do is just go back to them. Go back to the Michael Jackson songs. Go back to the Prince songs. Go back to the Stevie Wonder. Go back to Rod Stewart, and, you know, all of the greats that spoke about this stuff in their music. You know, and even the ones that wasn't for the positivity, you can actually go back to that, and it'll give you a reference of what's happening now.
Right, right. And you know, speaking of, I know you referenced Michael Jackson. We did recently just pass his anniversary of his death, and I want to, you know, change the route a little bit. Let's talk about a little happier times. Yeah. You worked with Michael. What was your best memory? Or I know you probably have a lot. What was your best memory that you had with him?
No, my best memory with Michael is just being his friend for 19 years. That's a memory, you know, and that's one thing that I can take with me, you know, and he took with him. You know, we had a great brotherhood, you know, and we enjoyed the life of working with each other and becoming, getting to know each other. And we've known each other, like I said, 19 years. And, I cherish those moments. And you'll definitely see in my biopic, the moments of Michael and I, and just Michael and the people around me and me around his people. It's going to really shed a light on a lot of people.
That's I'm excited to see it. I can't wait for it to come out when that time comes. So thank you, Teddy, for speaking with us today. I'm really happy that we were able to have this discussion. And I loved your insight on the music industry. So yes, I just thank you. I feel honored to have even been able to chat with you today.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Up next is our health and wellness segment brought to you by True Serenity Tea, an award-winning affordable monthly subscription box that contains loose-leaf teas from around the world with tea blends and accessories that are shipped directly to your door every month. Make sure to celebrate summer with their newest summer teas. Visit www.trueserenitytea.com and use the code SUMMERFUN at checkout for free shipping when purchasing their summer box with the flavors New York Bourbon, Caribbean Rum, Hawaiian Queen, Carnival Creamsicle, Green Paradise, and Pina Colada. I am so excited for today's guest. I've been following her on Instagram for a while, and I've seen her go live on Instagram Live with some of my favorite celebrities, and just to have a sound healing session on Instagram Live, amazing. So please welcome international wellness practitioner, sound healer, and founder of Shakti Sound Bath, Anna Netanel. Hi, Anna.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm just counting my blessings and trying to stay positive during these transformative times.
Yes, I hope your positivity is just like flowing through the screen because I need it. So, Anna, can you tell us about Shakti Sound Bath? Why exactly did you decide to found it?
Well, I wanted to share healing that is universal, so I really decided that sound was something that everyone can do. I also teach yoga, but for yoga, some people are like, I'm not flexible. But for sound, all you have to do is lay down and receive. So grandparents come, children come, and it's a way to uplift the community with these healing vibrations.
I love that. Now, what exactly is sound healing? How do you heal from sound? I know a lot. I know. I know a lot of people might be, confused. What exactly does it do? How is sound gonna help me? What exactly is it, and how is it beneficial?
So what I do is a sound bath, which is a relaxation concert that clears the subconscious, calms the mind, relaxes the body, and helps to activate your body's natural healing systems. And really, this high vibrational sounds helps to put your parasympathetic nervous system into clutch so you can relax and heal yourself.
I'm just in awe. I love it. I love all of it. I love everything about it. Like I said to you before, I wanted to get like a Tibetan singing bowl like you have in your background. I wanted to get one, but I'm not sure. I heard that you have to have like your energies aligned properly in order to play it properly, and I just don't think I can do it well. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can do that. But
well, I think you can do it. It's not too hard, and it raises your vibration. When you play the instruments, you actually get healing, and then everyone around you also benefits. So we'll talk after.
We'll talk. So, Anna, you've been able to share your work on many shows and platforms. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I've been on Grey's Anatomy, and then I went a couple times to share sound healing with the cast and crew because they really benefited from it. And also I've been on MTV and work with Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montage. I go to their home, and I just have a lot of celebrities here in LA that are extra stressed. So I've been helping do private sound baths for them, and also internationally in Spain for a couple of different movie premieres. I flew out and helped everyone relax before they had their big event. And also with Karute, we did the Sound Bath 11/11 every Sunday to uplift the community, especially during these turbulent times. So
Yes, we absolutely need it. When I tell you, I saw that was my first time seeing it when I saw you on Instagram Live with Karuchi, and I was first of all just the thought of being on Instagram Live and not even talk like you guys were just literally just it was just a sound bath. That's it. And I really sat there and just watched. I was like, oh wow, for the whole time. So how do you exactly able to connect with different celebrities? When did this start for you? When you were able to say, oh yeah, I know this celebrity. Oh, this celebrity just contacted me. At what point in your career did that happen?
Really, I feel like it happened organically. I've been doing these events for so many years, and they started to sell out. And I think that people found me. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know how I'm here, but and they reach out to me, and I feel like everyone is stressed. So I think that maybe they're a little bit more aware of different modalities. But really, I think it's just from sharing the sound so much here in LA that maybe that's how they found out about me.
Yes, yes. So, Anna, could you give us a quick demonstration, like maybe a minute or less, of a sound bath?
Yes, I would love to. And just to add, I wanted to tell you the gong is the one that clears the subconscious mind, and the bowls, they're made out of crystal, and they help to retune your energy.
Yes.
So if you're at home right now, lay down and experience these high vibrations. Let them wash away stress and anything that no longer serves you.
That was amazing, Anna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. I hope everybody at home feels much less stressed. I think that calmed me down. You see how my tone went down a little bit? Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, Anna.
Thank you again for having me.
Of
Have a
course.
beautiful day.
You too. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, Du Jour Media brought together a star-studded cast to provide a message of hope and unity with the new We Love New York video tribute. They chronicled the city through exclusive images and videos during the height of the pandemic and converged the array of creative talent to recount what drives their love for New York City in the heartfelt tribute. Check it out.
I know we're all going through a terrible time at the moment, and everything seems to be in a bad way.
Y'all gotta hold on. Tough times are ahead. The best is yet to come.
We're gonna get through all of this together.
We love New York. When the shops on Fifth Avenue are shuttered.
The trains at Jamaica lay silent.
The cyclone of Coney Island sits idle.
The elevators in one world hold no one.
We love New York.
No admin above the Chrysler Building.
No JavaScript coders inside Chelsea Market.
We love New York. It gives us Lincoln Center and Broadway, Carnegie Hall,
the MoMA, the Met,
the Statue of Liberty,
the Empire State Building,
all the restaurants.
I love Soho. I still get really excited when I go down there. I always have a good time. There's such a great feel down there. It's so unique.
Central Park is alive and well.
As the lilies at the Botanical Garden are gonna bloom and pop.
The Unisphere at the Tennis Center still dazzles.
And the Big Bat in the Bronx still waits for its pitch.
We love New York.
The pigeons in front of St. Patrick's still preen.
The braided cables of the Brooklyn Bridge still hold.
The floor inside the Guggenheim still spirals.
The Henry Hudson Parkway still floods.
We love New York.
I was born in New York. I'm a diehard New Yorker.
I'm from New York, the greatest city on earth.
Hey, New York, where I was born and raised.
I love New York, and I love the energy. I love the food.
Of all the cities in the world, it has the most to do. I mean, it's unbelievable. You have theater, nightclubs, shops, everything.
And I can't wait to get back to New York.
I went to the New York Library. And that was the beginning of my writing career.
I love New York for the people.
Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof.
I'm a New Yorker. We love New York forever.
We love New York. It's a love that's unconditional.
Unconditional.
Love that's undeniable.
Undeniable.
Love that's mutual. Love that's forever.
Because this town is forever.
No matter what.
We love New York.
And that's the end of today's show. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. Get our Amazon Fire TV app. Watch us on IG Live. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know that's a long list, but I think you got it. I've said it enough that you got it. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And stay safe and stay tuned for more Bold Life in 2 weeks. See ya.